Welcome to the ET420 Parallax BlocklyProp Simple BlocklyProp program for propeller boards. We are going to program utilizing BlocklyProp, which is a graphic language where we're going to move our blocks away and make programs. If we push the code button, we're going to see the C language code that's behind it. So this is a good way to start learning C programming. The first thing we need to do in order to utilize our propeller board is we need to connect our propeller, either the activity board or the Board of Education, to the USB. Okay, if you have the propeller activity board WX, it doesn't need a power supply. It should work for what we're doing for this lab. If you have the propeller Board of Education, it's going to need power. It either needs a DC 9-volt battery or an AC to DC adapter. So first thing we're going to do is open up our Chrome, and we need to download our BlocklyProp launcher. And once we click on that, we should see this window, and we're going to do BlocklyProp Solo. And I'm going to open up a project, just a test project, to make sure that we have the right program. So let's go ahead, and what we need to do is go to our drop down menu, and pick a COM, and then we're going to see if it lights up, and it does, and we're going to download it and see if we get feedback. If we do, then we're connected to a reasonable USB port, and it is, and it's working. And let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So let's start a new program, and I'm going to call this one variable 1. And we're going to use our activity board, continue, and we're going to add some variables. So first thing we're going to do is new variable, and I'm going to put in my number, and then I'm going to add another variable, my text. Okay, so now we have two variables we could put them in here, and so let's go ahead and let's drag and let's duplicate that, and I am going to use one for my number and my text. So this is going to be a number, and this will be a string of text. So let's go ahead and go to our variables, and let's go down, to values. So let's go ahead and put a number in that one. Go back to values, and let's go to hello there. And what we have now is 0 assigned to my number. I could click on this, and I could change that to 5. And I could change this to by. And so we have variables, text, and numbers. Okay, let's get started here. So we're going to change this variable to 42. And this one is, what's it say? Greetings, Earthlings. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and print this out. So let's go to our terminal, and the first thing we're going to do is clear screen, and then we're going to print text, and next thing we're going to do is we're going to print a number. Okay, and this looks good for now. So let's go ahead and print it out. So this button here is going to compile it. This checks and see if our syntax and our blocks are correct, and it is. This one is going to load it and run it. So it's going to compile it and run it. So we're going to save it to our EEPROM. And you're going to see that it's hello and 0. So what we're doing is terminal printing hello and 0. All right. And they're on top of each other because we didn't click the box. It gives it another line. So now let's go ahead and put our variables in here. And let's go ahead, drag this out, and let's go ahead, go back to our variables, and we're going to put my text in this box, and we're going to click it so we get a space, and then we're going to take my number, let's drag that away and put in my number as a decimal, and we'll just leave that there for now. And what we're going to see is it is going to print out 42 and greetings earthlings. Okay, so let's go ahead. What you do is go ahead and delete block, right click, delete block. So let's run it. And you notice that it says greetings earthlings and 42, and they're on separate lines. That's good. Let's go ahead and save this to math with variable. Save it. And let's make sure that we're utilizing, okay, so let's open math with variable. There we go. Let's go ahead and use that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to move this 42 out of the way, and we're going to go to operators, number operators, and we're going to utilize this, which is going to allow us to take 42 and add another number in this box. Okay, and let's see, so let's add another value here. Good. And let's see what they want us to do. So let's go ahead and put in 8. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 42 plus 8, and it should print out as my number. My text is not going to change, and if I want to change the functions, we have a whole list of different functions here. So let's go ahead and run it. Now we have greetings earthlings 50, which is the correct answer. So let's go ahead and go to the